Tuesday I was driving home, and God just gave me this word. And He says, will you enter in? So many people stand at the door and see everything in the building, and they run off and they say they had an experience with God and they never walked into the house to dwell. And God says, so many people are eating potted meat and not a T-bone steak. No one ever eats a T-bone steak and says, ooh, I want to eat some potted meat today. That's not what they're thinking. But anybody that's ever had potted meat, you're wishing you were eating a T-bone. It's the same thing with women. When you put on your mascara, you got the best kind, and you go, and your eyes look delicious. They're finished. You're not sitting there thinking, wow, I want the crappy stuff. And everybody that's had the bad mascara, you know, where it knocks up in there, and you're still doing this, and it's 3 hours later, like, baby, you're still in the same eye. You're not sitting there thinking, wonderful. You're thinking, I wish I had the good stuff. There's too many Christians wishing for the good stuff because they're standing at the doorway and they're not walking into the house of God. See, they look in and they see everything beautiful, and as they step in this door right here, they can come right here to this door. They never enter in, but hey, little bud. See, they can stand right here and they get a vision, and they say, "Oh, I've seen the climb. I felt the climb." They run out. They didn't experience the climb because they never entered in. It's the same thing with God. Most people stand here, feel the presence of God, and they take off running, and in 3 days they don't keep the presence of God because they never met God. We have a society of people that have never met God. They felt the presence of God. In 2020, I want to make sure every one of us know God, and we're not eating potted meat, but we're eating a T-bone steak. So today we're going to talk about entering in, and we're going to tackle fear, anxiety, stress, unbelief, all that other stuff. Because in the house of God, that stuff does not exist. But my wife deals with anxiety and fear. And she hasn't had a panic attack in years. But I'm just going to tell you, that doesn't make her less of a Christian than anyone else in this church. So many times we try to disqualify people for something that's stupid in my book. So what? She's dealing with anxiety. God's going to heal it one day. When? I don't know, but God said He's going to heal it, so He's going to heal it. But I know anytime she's ever had an anxiety attack, a panic attack, or anything, and anybody's taking notes, write this down. Every time she gets bad, she says, I can do it if I can just hear God. She got on the airplane, people, because God told her to be okay. It was okay.
No, I flung for it. Just a tiny 4-passenger airplane.
But she had to enter into the presence of God to conquer her fear. So many times our fear conquers us, and it keeps us from doing what God has called us to do. Some of you are sitting in a chair with big dreams. They're not your dreams, they're God's given dreams. Don't let fear and anxiety and the what ifs hold you back. All God needs you to do is enter into His kingdom and watch what He does. He's the ultimate supplier. The children of Israel walked around the mountain for 40 years. God walked with them, fed them, clothed them, gave them water, gave them everything. They was not sick. They knew nothing but God. But when they were told to go into a land and claim it for a promise, they doubted God. And God said, go around that mountain till you die because of your unbelief. Too many people know God, but they don't believe God. Listen, if God says it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. The problem is we try to control the outcome before we even get into it. If God tells you to do something, you want to know how it's going to start, how the middle is, and how the end is. If God is God, He says enter in. All you have to do is believe God can do it. If you're believing for your prodigal son to come back today, all you have to do is enter into His rest and believe God is who He says He is. And do not make the mistake when your prodigals come home to have the same lifestyle you had when they left. Did y'all hear me? Do not do that. That's what it says when we enter in. We stop our works. I've tried working to get close to God. Just going to be honest with you, I thought the better I was, the closer I could get to God. That's the biggest horse honky I ever heard in my life. It doesn't work, it just makes you tired. God is a father. You are a child. You cannot hate your child no more than you can hate that little child right there. There is nothing that little man can do to make you ever hate him. And it's the same thing with God with both of you. There is nothing you can do to make God hate you because you're His children. And that's what I'm talking about when we enter in. We try to work so hard that we get frustrated. My wife is a beautiful woman of God. But background, when she sets her mind to something, she starts working, and the first thing comes out, stress, and don't talk to me and don't look at me. There is no rest in that sentence. That is a lot of work. And God said because of their unbelief, they couldn't enter in. All God wants us to do is to believe that He is who He says He is. Point blank simple of entering into His rest. Anybody ever been sick before with stomach virus? That's the worst. I'm pretty sure, now it's just me, I'm pretty sure that is close to hell as I can get in my life. Just to be honest with you. I've never been really burned, but that's pretty bad. If hell's like that, I don't want no part of it to begin with. But I've always found this out. The sicker I become, the closer I walk with God. Just to be honest with you. Man, I've had a stomachache so bad where I want to enter into God's rest. I go outside at 3 in the morning, 30 degrees, bundled up just because I refuse to throw up, so I'm going to walk it off. And while I'm walking it off, I'm talking with God. I'm trying to enter into God's thing. I might be the only one that does it. My wife knows when I start throwing up, the whole house knows it because I'm tearing everything up. I'm getting mad. I'm trying to enter in, but yet I'm still throwing up. Does that mean God's a liar? No, He's not a liar. That means He's right beside me trying to give me the strength to get through what I'm going through. That's what it means to enter in. Enter into God's rest does not exempt you from things to come. The believers in Hebrews chapter 5, 6, or 7 talks about they used to walk around with lamb's clothing upon them. What that was people would put their baby, little boy, put it in a lamb's skin, wrap it around them, and put them in a lion's den. They say, now, you either refuse God or we kill your child. You deny Christ right now or we feed your child and you're going to watch. And that's what they went through. Now, I don't know how to enter into God's presence as something that bad, but they did. Because you know how I know they did? Because they could not stop the movement of God. It spread and it spread. The greater the persecution, the greater the word spread. And that's the way it is in life.